Hi, my name is Cathy, and today we'll be doing a couple of things that are Pilates basics, but the ones that we're doing today that we're going to focus on are things that are really helpful for your lower back and just kind of warming your body up in general. So we're starting out, going to lie down on your back with your legs straight, right? It's going to lower down onto your back. You want to have your legs separated wider than your hips, right? And what you want to do is you want to rotate your thigh bones in towards each other and rotate your thigh bones out. And notice I'm saying thigh bones because a lot of times we'll just try to do that rotation from our knees or with our feet. So you want to make sure that you're really rotating your thigh bones in your hip sockets. And don't be surprised if you feel that all the way up in kind of behind your hips, because this stretches out the muscles where your legs go up into your hip socket, and those bones right at the top, they're rotating too, which is why we're rotating our thigh bones. So those muscles up here are being stretched out, and a lot of times they get really, really tight because we sit, we walk, just living just makes all of that very tight, right? And then what we want to do next is you can do these snow angels. So you keep your heels on the floor and you open, close your legs. So you squeeze the legs together, open, close. You might feel your inner thighs when you do that. You might feel your lower abdominal muscles, right? So that's all really good to feel. And we're going to keep the feet really separated. And then we're going to bend your knees so your feet are flat to the floor. So we want to be slightly pigeon-toed, right? So that means your big toes are closer to each other than your heels are. And you want to keep your arms straight alongside your body. And we're going to let your right knee drop down through the middle and let your left knee drop towards the floor. Now the leg that dropped through the middle, you want to think of reaching that away from you a little bit. So you're reaching diagonally away to get more stretch through your back body on the right side. And then we'll come back up to the center, and then we'll do the same. Left knee to the middle, let the right leg drop to the floor. Again, reach that left leg away from you. Again, try to make sure your shoulders stay on the mat. And this might feel completely different on either side. That's very, very typical. And then we'll come back up and we'll switch again. You can hold for 10 to 30, up to you. And it's really good to do about 5 of these. All very good for your lower back and your hips. All right, so I'm going to come back to the center again. I didn't do 5, but I would recommend doing about 5. And then we're going to bring your feet hip distance wide. Now, in Pilates, we work in a position that we call neutral pelvis. A long time ago in the world of Pilates, we used to do everything imprinted, which meant that you flatten your back into the floor and you kept it flattened into the floor. Things have changed because with our modern life these days, we already spend a lot of time flattened like that because we're sitting and we're hunching over, so we're rounding our back a lot. So we want to try to get back to what the natural curves in our spine are. And what that would be is that your tailbone is heavy into the mat. You want to feel both shoulders, the backs of both shoulders down into the mat, and the back of both hips down into the mat. Now you might feel a little bit of a space underneath your rib cage because you do have a curve there. So just as long as that doesn't feel uncomfortable for you, you're going to maintain that. Because of any injuries that you may have had or tightness in your body, this isn't always ideal for everybody, so you find the comfortable position for you, but just don't go into that imprinting that we used to do. But now we are going to do that imprinting because it's good to feel the range of movement that you can do with your pelvis. So you're going to take a breath in, and as you exhale, you're going to pull your rib cage, pull your belly button into the floor, and your pubic bone is going to come up. So you flatten your spine into the mat, and your tailbone and your pubic bone lift up. And then we're going to inhale, let the tailbone be heavy. Now when you do this, use only the breath and your abdominal muscles. So you're not going to squeeze your butt and do it, just really breath and abdominal. So you exhale, and you do that pelvic tilt, and then inhale, let it go, and exhale, pull in, inhale, let your tailbone drop. So you could do about 5 of those, even more if you wanted to. And I like this one especially. So imagine you have a ball in between your knees, and maybe at home you do have a ball, and you can put it in between your knees, and you're going to roll that imaginary ball in between your knees. So you're really moving from your hips. So you want to send one knee forward and your other knee forward, right? And this feels quite lovely, especially if you're tight in your hips. And you might find that your range is different on either side. Again, very typical. And then we'll come back to center and place your hands on your hip bones. This is marching. So with the marching, we're interested in not moving anything except the leg that we lift up. So on an exhale, you can pull your tummy in and lift your right foot up off the mat, lower it down. Exhale, pull your tummy in, lift the left leg up and lower it down. So what you're looking for, again, is nothing moving. So for example, when I lift my right leg up, I shouldn't feel my left hip come up because I'm keeping everything stable. We're going to lower that down so it's slow and controlled. Right? Good. So we'll do one more. And you like to do about 5 on each side, so 10 all together. So these are some of the Pilates basics that are really quite nice on your lower back. So I have another video that we have posted, and that is more working on the upper body, so you might want to go check that out. If you like what you saw, you can catch my class every Tuesday at 7:30. You can link to sign up. The link to sign up is on this video description, or you can visit our website, www.thestudio108.com. Thank you.